So I wanted to talk about the main event of Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier 318, as well as some of the fights on the card. Right away, amazing main event. Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier had an insane war, I should say. Both guys were laying some great shots. I think Max Holloway dominated most of the fight, in my opinion. He got an early knockdown in the first round. Looked like he was going to get Dustin out of there at one point. It was pretty crazy. And then Dustin hit him with a great shot in the second round. Nearly got him out of his footing, and that was a close. He ended up jumping a guillotine after he knocked down Max Holloway. He got really close to getting that as well. And towards the end of the round, it was really tight, but he didn't get that obviously. Great performance by both, dude. I've been saying this like a while. Max Holloway's looked great in every fight since Volkanovski 3. Even against Taporia, he had some really great moments in that fight as well. I think Taporia is just different though. That's why. So yeah, great performance by both. I think it couldn't have been it could not have been a more perfect retirement fight for Dustin. He didn't get the win, obviously. Max ended up winning by unanimous decision, but it was a great performance for the fans. It was great atmosphere for Poirier. They had some really sincere words to say about Poirier. Some videos made. I think this is like the first time I've seen like a retirement fight where like a whole like card is based around that thing, or like a whole card that's like pretty much centered around this guy giving all his all to a company and like retiring. And I thought it was really sweet that they like did the thing where like they filmed him walking to the like out of the building to the locker room or whatever, and Dustin Poirier was talking to people and people were congratulating him. It was like a 5 minute long like walk, like of people congratulating him and doing all that stuff. I thought that was really nice to see. I don't think I've seen that for any other retirement fight yet. Maybe I haven't seen all of them, but I think that's fairly new, and that's one of the only times I've seen the UFC do a retirement fight like perfect. So that was great. All right, so talk about some of the fights that were not the main event. Paulo Costa and Kopylov. That was a great fight. I thought Paulo Costa looked amazing. I thought Kopylov looked fairly bland and like hesitant. Uh, there's a lot of opportunities for Kopylov and he didn't capitalize. There's a lot of shots that Paulo Costa landed on Kopylov that were really great, like those body kicks, those kicks to the body, those hooks to the body, those nice straights. Those are some great uppercuts too. Great performance by Paulo Costa. I think he's a problem for the division now. I think put him against like some like top 10 people. I think he could do fairly well. Sorry about my voice as well. I know my voice sounds like shit. It's just I was screaming so hard during that Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier fight because of the moments. There were so many good moments, and like were moments where I thought Dustin was gonna win. I thought Max was gonna win. That it just made me lose my voice. I thought. I think did I talk about Kevin Holland yet? No, Kevin Holland and Rodriguez was a great fight. I think this was like my fight of the night before the main event because Kevin Holland landed some great shots, and then Rodriguez landed some great shots. Rodriguez ended up knocking down Kevin Holland as well, and then Kevin Holland ended up knocking down Rodriguez. Great war, very close fight, in my opinion. This fight was good dog shit. I'm sorry to say it, but it was horrible. I thought Pitbull was very pitiful. I thought Ige was very pitiful. Both guys struggled to engage with each other for a while. It seemed like they were both hesitant to fight and like land shots on each other. So overall boring. I thought if Pitbull lost his fight, I would have kicked him out of the UFC personally. But he ended up winning. It was a very close fight though. So but yeah, it was pitiful in my opinion. Johnson and Zahuber. I thought this was a great fight as well. Johnson looked incredible. Knocked down Zahuber really early. And then Zahuber never really recovered and didn't really capitalize on anything that he was doing in the fight. Uh, the range was quite weird because Zahuber's manage of ranging the distance between him and Michael Johnson was awful. Johnson would get in, land shots, and like he had no trouble getting into the pocket with him. So great performance by Mike Johnson. I'm happy to see him fight again. I hope he keeps fighting for a little bit longer. I'd like to see him fight more. All these fights on the prelims were pretty good. Early prelims were probably the best fights, compared to the prelims at least. This fight was amazing. I thought the submission what Altaba had was really great. And then he ended up getting the KO, which was nice too. So this fight was okay. I thought it was okay. It was pretty a dominant performance by this guy, for the most part, in my opinion. So it was okay. It was okay. This fight was pretty close. I thought Martin Vittoria almost edged it out towards the end. Yeah, it was razor close. Brendan Allen looked good tonight too. So this fight was pretty impressive. I thought Oliveira basically toyed with him the whole time. It was very much like a levels kind of thing. So I thought Oliveira could have got him a few times, but didn't end up getting him out. So it is what it is, you know. And yeah, that's basically my thoughts on the card. Pretty good card for the most part. Let me know what you guys think Max Holloway and all these people should do next. I would like to see Max versus Patty. I think that's a great fight, or Max versus Oliveira once he heals up. But yeah, sorry about my voice. I'm just really dead now. It was a great fight.